Hi guys, welcome to the new episode on Grow with Lakshay show. This podcast was done with Rahul. He is also known as Digital Nimbula. We talked about a lot of things. We talked about marketing, we talked about psychology, we talked about meme marketing, we talked about LinkedIn marketing, we talked about so many things including networking. Do watch the complete podcast and definitely you will get a lot of value out of it. Hi guys, welcome to the new episode on Grow with Lakshay show. Today I have my man जिन्होंने मुझे इंस्पायर करा LinkedIn पे कंटेंट क्रिएट करने के लिए. Earlier on I used to create content on Instagram, on YouTube, but I didn't used to distribute that content on LinkedIn. Now I have one very special guest that is Digital Nebula. So bro, आप अपने आप को इंट्रोड्यूस करो, what you do and how you started, और इस डिजिटल मार्केटिंग इंडस्ट्री में आप कैसे आए?
Hi everyone. It's a pleasure to be on this podcast. My real name is Rahul Raisinghani, and I currently work as a Google Ads analyst at a Swedish company. Now, Digital Nebula is the name of my YouTube channel. Don't ask the meaning because there's no meaning to it. So it's just the name. And as far as my journey is concerned with digital marketing, it started 5 years back when I knew nothing about digital marketing. It was a new concept back then as well. I decided to explore it because I saw some of my peers doing internships. I didn't know what an internship meant. Then I went to Internshala just to explore that what internships are, and if others are doing it, why can't I do it as well? So in my first year, I applied to like 500 internships in a single day on Internshala because I was very curious to do an internship. I was very
Okay.
desperate, you can call. I got a reply from 10, 11 companies. Since I didn't have any experience back then, it was very difficult for me to write it down in the application process because they asked that do you have experience on all of that. So I somehow wrote it down that I'm willing to learn, and that is where my USP lies. So then it started with it was a technological firm into smart home devices. So it was just one man who was running it. He was the CEO and had like two, three people, but those were temporary ones. And I miserably failed in the first two internships. To be very honest, I didn't know nothing about this. I didn't know anything about digital marketing, and guy that did not have that much time to actually train me. So I was exploring, but then with exploring, you always know that you can't actually implement all the things because you don't know like 90% of the stuff that's out there.
Yes.
So first two or three were failures. Then I thought that let's leave this, let's focus on college studies, and let's just pass with good marks and leave this internship and all of that. But then I realized that I don't know what triggered me that I just wanted to do it. I when after like 1 month of not doing any internship, I was feeling very restless that I need something along with studies to do. Then I again applied. Now this time I had the experience. I had 2 3 internships that I already done. So I put that across in my application, and I even put that across that I was a failure in these internships, and those failures taught me these things. And that is one thing that all the people who are watching this, the first point is accept your failures. Don't show that you are an expert when you're not an expert.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So that was the start, and from there I started learning. I did like 18 to 20 internships in 3 years of my college that involved like some of them were not completely internships. Those were part-time contracts, projects. I approached a lot of cafes, restaurants in my locality that I can bring you traffic to your restaurants, cafes through online marketing. We can come up with these offers, all of these tactics and all of that. So that really worked out. So in this 3 years, a mix of failures, successes, and moderate internships taught me a lot of things.
Okay.
And then after in my campus placement, I got placed in this company as a Google Ads analyst. And then this lockdown came, so everyone was shocked. Our college said that you guys have to go home now, no exams will be conducted, we'll send you the further notice. And there was nothing to do actually. Then decided to explore further into this field. Now I started into freelancing. I heard about this term freelancing. I was like, I'll explore this now.
Yes.
Then I went back to Internshala. Now I pitched people through Internshala for being my clients and not an internship,
As a
right?
freelancer.
As a freelancer.
Okay.
So I saw a gap that on internshala, people have to train interns and then they do the kind of work that is required out of them. But if I go there with experience, offering the same, offering quality work at the same price, then who will say no? So from there, another journey started where I was dealing with clients on a one-on-one basis, where I had to give them weekly reports, daily updates, monthly reports. All of that came in. In that also, various failures were there. Some of the clients didn't like the work, didn't the frequency didn't match. So those were also good learnings. Some of the clients are still in touch with me because that kind of connect was formed with them.
Okay.
So this is how my journey has been. And then amidst all these things, I joined LinkedIn. That was a very good step. I say I'm very fortunate to have taken that step.
100%.
And now, as you can see, like after I joined in August.
Okay.
It's been like 5-6 months now, and there are over 10,000 followers. But more than that, what matters to me is at least one or two people on LinkedIn text me on a daily basis that your content taught me this. Your content had this kind of impact, and that is what matters to me. Those 100 likes or 50 comments or whatever doesn't matter to me that much as compared to the impact that I'm trying to create.
Yes.
And
Yes.
still I'm not successful, still I'm not up to that stage, I would say, because I have this goal of creating a huge impact on people in a way that people are just starting on digital marketing. They should learn from the content. They should share their experiences, opinions on my videos, and they should learn this one thing that I always say, that learn to implement rather
Yes.
than just waiting for the right time. So that
Yes.
is my goal, and that has been my journey in a gist. So yes, that's it.
And I think, bro, that is the biggest learning for any content creator. If any of us, if any of the followers of us is texting us that our content has motivated them to take some action and they are
That
getting,
is the biggest achievement,
yes,
biggest achievement,
yes,
and that
biggest,
makes a day,
biggest.
to be
And
very honest.
yes, and I also texted you this thing that your content has inspired me to distribute content on
Yes.
LinkedIn. And earlier on, I used to create content. I am creating content
Right.
since past 1.5 years, but I was
Right.
not that much confident to put out that content on different platforms. Earlier on, I used to
Right.
create fitness related content. Then I jumped
Hmm.
into self help related content. Now I'm doing digital
Right.
marketing, and still I'm exploring my niche, like what is that particular thing which inspires me, and in
Right.
which and what is that thing about which I am actually passionate about.
Right. Right.
So what was your like course in class 12th? Like you have done science or commerce?
I did science in
Science.
my class 12.
And
Yes.
from which college you are?
I did it. So my schooling was in Bhopal
Okay.
from Sanskar Valley School, and my college was in Symbiosis, Pune,
Pune. And now you're doing a job in Pune.
in Pune itself.
Okay, and you are
Yeah.
doing freelancing also.
No, because along with my job, I can't do freelancing or I
Hmm.
can't be associated because of the contract that I have to sign. So it's now currently only job and the personal brand that I'm trying to build.
ओके ओके ब्रो आई एक्चुअली आल्सो फील सो आप किसी एक ही चीज पे फोकस कर सकते हो आइदर यू कैन
Right.
फोकस ऑन योर जॉब और ऑन
Right.
फ्रीलांसिंग or you
Yes.
can build your own personal brand. I think if you're doing a job and building your own personal brand in side hustle,
That is the
I think
best combination.
that's a great thing to have. Now my
Yes.
next question is, our main topic of this particular podcast is like LinkedIn marketing. So coming out
Right.
to my first point, what is LinkedIn? For those people who don't know what is LinkedIn, can you explain
Right.
them in a very simple way that what is LinkedIn?
So LinkedIn for me is a gold mine. No, just kidding. It is a gold mine, but then if I have to explain in technical terms, it's a very professional platform wherein you will find all the professionals from all the fields, whether ranging from any kind of industries, you name it, and people will be there. And nowadays we are seeing a boom on LinkedIn. So a lot of companies are going on LinkedIn, making their profiles. Earlier it was that only 40-50% of the companies were there. Now you'll see like 70-80% of the companies on listed on LinkedIn. So that is there. And it's a platform, I would say, that gives you a lot of organic reach. We'll come to that, obviously. And it's not, so many people have this myth that LinkedIn is just for making a profile, listing down your work experience, listing down your certificates, and that's done. Even I had this myth about LinkedIn, but it's exactly like Instagram, but in a very tweaked way. To be, if I say it, there, your content, I would not say your content needs to be professional. That is again a second myth. But your content needs to be structured, I would say. It can't be very confusing, because no one on LinkedIn has that kind of time. Everyone is a professional, everyone is professional. And you understand the difference between Instagram and LinkedIn. On Instagram, 80% of the people go for entertainment purposes, and
100%.
that's right.
Yes. Yes.
Entertaining ourselves is also a very big necessity. Now on LinkedIn, why people go is either for job search, either they want to search for a job, either they want to network with the right kind of people, or either they want to build their own personal brand, they want to grow on that platform. So these are the three kind of people. Hardly you will find anyone who says that भाई मुझे entertainment चाहिए था तो मैं LinkedIn join कर लिया. No one will be of that type, right? So that's the main difference between other platforms and LinkedIn. Obviously, it has its own cons and pros. Every platform has its own cons and pros, and it's very important to respect every platform, to respect the content creators, respect everyone who's trying to grow on a particular platform. But if you talk about LinkedIn, yes, this is a gist of what LinkedIn is.
Yes. 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 Got it. Got it. So why should we do LinkedIn? Like, what is that particular thing for which why should we create content on LinkedIn?
I would ask this: why not should you be on LinkedIn? This is my counter question, because I tell you, as I said, it's a gold mine. First of all, now why do I say this? It's a gold mine because you see, Instagram is very saturated, to be very honest,
Hundred
and
percent.
there's no point in disagreeing that
Yes.
a lot of content creators are there.
Yes.
Earlier, like 2 3 years back, even we could say that there is a scope on Instagram. Still, there is a scope, but that fight is there,
Yes.
right?
Hundred
You
percent.
understand that fight is
Yes.
there.
Yes.
On, even same applies to YouTube. Same applies to Facebook. Not a lot of people use Facebook as of now, so let's not talk about that as well.
Facebook's
So
organic reach is almost dead.
it's almost dead. I say it's almost dead, but if you leverage it the right way, it's another topic altogether. But Facebook groups still work.
Yes. 100%.
I Facebook groups still work if you leverage it the right way. But the organic reach, if you just go on posting, not sharing your content in groups, not leveraging groups and pages, then you won't be able to grow on Facebook organically. Now, and then comes LinkedIn, where people are still exploring. Even LinkedIn is still exploring LinkedIn. They don't know, like, how should they structure LinkedIn. They are coming up with new features every day. Like recently they come up with the swipe up feature.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
They came up with stories.
Yes.
So they're
Yes.
still coming out, they're still exploring, and this is the right time to tap into that. Because when LinkedIn also doesn't know about LinkedIn, how can you expect someone to be an expert at LinkedIn algorithm? So no one is an expert there. People are exploring. And when people are exploring, you always have that opportunity to scale up, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
On Instagram, a lot of people will come and say that, bro, this is how it works. This is the algorithm. This is the hashtag strategy. This is everything. So you need to do this. On LinkedIn, you don't know what works. At one post, you may receive like 1,000 2,000 views. At one post it might be like 50 60 views. Even if on one post you have like 50 comments, the reach might be 300. Other person has 20 comments, the reach might be 3,000. So the algorithm is still trying to figure out. A lot of people are still trying to figure out. A lot of people are joining LinkedIn, are now shifting towards LinkedIn because they know about this fact that organic reach is pretty high there. So this is the main reason why I think everyone should join LinkedIn. Second, if you grow on LinkedIn, that has a lot of benefits. Because even if you're not searching for a job now, you will be searching for a job 2 years, three
Down the
years
line.
after,
3 years down the
right?
line. Yes.
So then I genuinely feel, I have this strong opinion that LinkedIn will be your new CV.
For
Now,
sure.
now
For
HR
sure.
recruiters will not see your that
Paper.
traditional paper CV. They'll
Yes.
see your LinkedIn profile, and this will be a very important parameter to be selected in any job role across all
100%.
industries,
100%.
right? So that is the second benefit of joining LinkedIn. And third is, you get a lot of learning there, because you see people who are experienced in this field. Like if you want to grow, let's say let's talk about digital marketing. If you are just starting out in the field of digital marketing, you want to grow, there are founders, co-founders since last 10 years who have 10 years, 20 years of experience there on the platform. The only thing that you need to network with them is to send them a connection request with a personalized message and text them. They will reply. Like if you text like 10, 20 founders a day, you will get a reply from 2 or 3 founders, and then you can interact with them there.
Yes, yes.
And on Instagram or Facebook, it's very hard to find those people
Those
from
big
whom
people.
you can learn. Yeah,
Yes,
those big
yes,
people. So this is the third most important benefit, that you will get a lot of experience through LinkedIn, a lot of learning through LinkedIn, if you have that will of learning, obviously.
yes,
If you don't have that will, then no one can help you. And so these are my 3 benefits that I always tell people to join LinkedIn. And yes, so you should join LinkedIn if you have not already.
yes, yes. Bro, if we look at Gary Vaynerchuk as well, he is saying the
Right.
same thing since past 2 years that
He has been stressing on LinkedIn and Twitter a lot.
yes, LinkedIn is a
Organic
big
reach.
opportunity. Yes, yes, yes,
Right. It's
yes.
it's a big opportunity in terms of organic reach for brands and personal brands as of now.
100%, 100%, 100%. And there is one more thing which I want to add. Like when I saw your first video, you were putting that video like you were talking about some client where you have helped some client and you have given some KPI. I watched your that
Right.
video first, and
Right.
that inspired me to create content on LinkedIn. And some days back,
Right.
I put some random post like I write down that uh, unpaid internships should be illegal in India. I just
Yes.
write down these 3 lines, and I got
Right.
insane reach on that particular post. I got more than 7,000 views. So I think yes,
Yes.
that point is too much valid. That LinkedIn's organic reach is at next level. अगर मैं वो same चीज Instagram पे करता, I'm sure I must not have got that kind of organic reach. If we talk about Instagram today, I think it's more about Reels, and Reels is
Hmm.
getting extraordinary reach.
Right, right. So as I said, every platform has its own pros and cons. Instagram also, if you grow on Instagram, you have your own benefits. There's a separate audience out there, so
Yes,
which is not present there on LinkedIn.
yes,
Even Facebook has its own pros and cons. Twitter has its own pros and cons. So
yes.
having a mix of these so that you capture as many pros as possible, being aware of the cons that these platforms have is the key to growth, I would say.
100%, 100%. And I generally feel so that YouTube has a different game, different content strategy.
Yes.
Instagram has different, Twitter is different, LinkedIn is different. Every
Right.
platform is
Right.
different. Okay,
Yes.
okay. Coming to my next point, like I've seen the kind of organic reach you are getting and the kind of networks
Right.
you have built and the kind of uh, content you are putting out on LinkedIn. ऐसा कौन सा content है which gets maximum reach on LinkedIn? What is that kind of content which gets maximum reach on LinkedIn?
ऐसा कुछ कंटेंट है ही नहीं, to be very honest. I was of this opinion that if I post videos, I'll get more reach. If I post carousel, I'll get more reach. And there were many people on LinkedIn giving advices that, this is the kind of, like, text posts perform a lot,
Yes,
this
yes.
perform a lot, this performs a lot. You need to experiment and test out that, which is that particular format that works out best for you. I would say I have explored every kind of format from start, and I have not been able to get that answer that which performs the best. Because I'll tell you this: when at one of my text posts I receive like 100, 200 likes, 300 likes, next day it goes down to like 50, 60 likes. Another day it goes down to like 11, 100, 200 likes. Even same with videos, same with carousel, same with any form of content that you can, same with articles if you put out on LinkedIn. So I generally feel that format doesn't matter. Your content matters, and how clear are you about your content matters. Because on LinkedIn, this is one more thing. If you put out content, there will be people questioning that. There will be people disagreeing with your content.
For
That,
sure, for sure.
yes, that I don't agree because of this, right? Now you should be prepared that how to deal with that, how,
Yes,
because it's very important to reply to those comments.
100%.
And I do it in a way that I know that the reason why I put out my content is just not out of the air, that I've just put it on LinkedIn. So the first thing is to respect the other's opinion, that I respect your perspective. but this was my reason of posting this content, right?
Yes, yes,
So then the other person will think that yes, he knows about what he is doing, he knows his shit, as Gary Vee says. He knows what he's putting on, and that creates a kind of mutual respect for each other on the platform. So having that clarity about what you are writing down, what you are saying in your video, is very important. It might not be a scripted one, a scripted video, or something you have been planning since weeks or something. But even when you are thinking to, like, even when you are posting a video or creating a video on that particular day, you should be clear that what is the aim, what am I trying to prove through this video. So that is very important in my opinion.
yes, yes, bro. I will share you my experience. Like I was talking that I put out that content that unpaid internships should be illegal in
Right,
India, and on
right,
that particular post, I was getting like comments from HRs of different big companies where they were
right,
talking, where they were writing comments in 150 words, 200 words, and
right,
that was a great thing. Now, I have replied to every each and every comment of them. Then I
right.
will come on to my next point. If there is some beginner and who wants to
Mm-hmm.
start putting out content on LinkedIn, what is that first
Right.
thing they should start with?
The first thing that I would talk about my mistakes that I did, which I realized after at a later stage, that first was I was not clear about my audience, in a way that when I started out, I was putting news highlights of the day. And next day, I was putting something about digital marketing. Third day, I was putting a meme. So there was no sync between the content. People, you tend to get confused in that way, that what is this guy trying to prove it? Is someday he's posting a meme, someday he's posting a news article, someday he's posting digital marketing, someday finance. So I obviously say that exploring is the right thing, but since I have done this mistake, I would not want others to do this. So if you're trying to start on LinkedIn, first of all, define that particular audience you want to tap. So now I've defined that digital marketing interns who have been interning for less than 2 years is my target audience. You see how niche that is, right?
Yes,
It's
yes,
it, it's not a general audience like take a digital marketing enthusiast. It's not like
mm,
that. You won't be there. There are a lot of digital marketing enthusiasts. There are millions of people out there on LinkedIn.
yes,
So
yes,
you need to define that specific audience and then curate your content based on that. So if your audience is digital marketing interns, you need to keep that in mind and then post your content, so you will also get clarity
yes,
that what should you post. You know that you are targeting interns, so it should be a mix of basic stuff and something that gives insights, something that gives some kind of learnings. So
yes,
that is the type of content that you create. So getting a clarity about who do you want to reach and what kind of impact you want to create is very important on LinkedIn. Second, network from the first day. Don't I'd say be very shameless on LinkedIn. I'll tell you, when I started on LinkedIn, I still text like 50, 60 people on a single day. And
single day.
earlier, single day, 50,
Okay,
60 people, 50 to
okay,
60 people. And earlier, when I started out, I used to ask a question that what is digital marketing to 20, 30 people in a single day. That is as basic as it could get, right? And I used to get replies. Out of 10, 2 people used to reply that how can I help you out with this particular question. I even went on video calls with people who had already grown in on LinkedIn, who had like 10,000, 15,000 followers already there, who are putting out content regularly.
okay,
So I got to learn from that, and I realized that networking, LinkedIn is meant for networking. It's one of the most important pros of LinkedIn, I would say. So when you are starting out, send connection requests from day one, and don't send empty connection requests. This is my request. This is my thing that I'd like to say, that send personalized connection requests in a way that if you are just sending out connection requests like clicking on the button, it's very easy. I can also do that. I can send connection requests to 200, 300 by just clicking connect, 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 connect. But in that way, you won't be able to actually form that personal connect with people,
yes,
right? So personalize your text a little bit. If you see that someone is in digital marketing, I do it this way, that I type that hey, I can see that you are into digital marketing, and I, being a digital marketer, love to connect with people like these. So it would be great if you accept my connection request. A small text like this, because no one has time to read paragraphs and all of that. So
Yes.
small, sweet text like this, which doesn't seem spammy or copied, is the key. And send it out to your target audience once you have identified it. So if it's interns, send it out to 40, 50 interns in a day. Let's say minimum of 20 interns if you want to grow on LinkedIn, with a personalized text, and then start talking to them. Once they accept the connection request, don't leave it there. Start texting them. I text every connection that accepts my request that thank you so much for accepting my request. It's a pleasure to connect with you and hope to stay in touch. Take care.
Okay.
So once that person receives a text like this, you start coming in their mind. They think about you, that this person is actually genuine, that he is texting me. Because 99 out of 100 people don't interact with people once the connection request is accepted, right? People just believe in quantity on LinkedIn. And I have not been on that path, fortunately, that I just want to connect with as many people as possible. I have been trying to form that personal connect with my connection. So learning this, understanding this is very important from day one. And I would say, don't fear about opinions. There will be a lot of opinions on LinkedIn. There will be a lot of anxiety on LinkedIn, that should I post, should I not? It's a professional platform, a lot of big people are there, I'm just a beginner. Just post. Once you have identified your audience, if you are not even 100% clear about your content, try researching a bit, try talking to people who are posting content on that particular topic, get it structured from them. That, and people are ready to help on LinkedIn if you approach them.
Yes.
So get it structured from them, and then start posting every day with a particular piece of content. And then you will automatically get to learn about the algorithm and how to network, and how to build that connection with people. So start out with your content from day one, be regular with that. And so these are my few advices that people should take care when they start out on LinkedIn.
Okay. Okay. Bro, as much I have explored this whole digital content creator space, I think it's more
Right.
about taking action and just start creating content, and sab kuch
Right.
dheere dheere over a period of time it will
You will get to learn.
yes, yes, yes. Initially we should just focus on starting out, then everything will fall in its
Right.
place.
Right. Because a lot of people keep thinking. I have received so many texts from
Yes.
people that I've been waiting for that right opportunity. And then the next question I asked is, how long have you been waiting? And the answer has been 6 months, 5 months, 8 months, year. So my logical next answer is, you have been literally wasting your time if you have been doing that, because you can't learn digital marketing through articles, YouTube videos. Doing that along with your implementation process is a nice step. Explore that helps in the exploration phase. But doing that solely just to wait for the right opportunity is a dumb step, I would say. So don't be that in that loophole of researching, planning. Be in that space of implementing, and then along with that you create your plan, or you start learning along with that.
Exactly, exactly. This is the same mistake which I have committed since past. I was committing since past 1 year. I was just
Right.
thinking, and thinking. And this year only in July, I started creating content around digital marketing. Earlier on,
Right.
from past 1 year, I was creating content around fitness. Earlier on, I was
Hmm.
not that much comfortable to speak in front of camera. I was not able
Right.
to face the camera. Like camera चलता था
Right.
तो मेरे पसीने आ जाते थे. तो मेरी ऐसी हालत थी. So
Right.
now I explored this thing that it's more about taking action and just
Yes.
starting out.
Yes.
Okay,
Definitely.
okay. Now my next question is, like, we all are in digital marketing industry, and if you want
Right.
to become a digital marketer, I think digital is just a medium. Digital is just a medium,
Right.
but
Right.
marketing is marketing. So what do you
Right.
think? What are the skills required in marketing, except for marketing?
Uh, if you talk about the skills in marketing, the very basic skill that is very underrated So I don't, when we think, there's a misconception that when we think about marketing, the first thought that comes is all the technical aspects like Facebook ads, Google ads, Facebook, Instagram, Reels, stories, etc., etc., blah 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 blah, right? So these are tools to get you there. This is the path. This is
Yes.
not the aim, or this is not something that will help you, that will create that kind of impact. What will help you grow in digital marketing is psychology,
Yes.
is understanding your audience, is forming that personal connect with your audience, is able to visualize your audience and being in their shoes before you are putting out any piece of content. That will help you become a great digital marketer, because understand this, these tools, I like 5 to 10 years before, I would have also said that, be a master of these tools and you'll grow, because many people had not explored these tools. And if you were an expert in any of one of these, you could have grown like 10 years before, in 2011, 2010. But now every 9 in 10 digital marketer says that he is an expert or she is
Yes.
an expert.
Yes.
Everyone knows Facebook ads, everyone knows Instagram, everyone knows Google ads. Like, even if they don't know, they like to say that they know these particular stuff, right? Everyone
Exactly.
is an expert in
Exactly.
digital marketing, right?
Exactly.
So now, if you choose these tools as a medium to grow, you will be in that bed bakri wala chal. You get it?
Exactly.
You
Exactly.
will not be able to make that mark. Now, what can separate you from others? uh, let's take an example of a brand. What separates Zomato from other brands is the ability to connect with the audience. Same
Yes.
applies to you. What will separate you from other digital marketers is the ability to connect. Now, this is the thing which a lot of people have explored or give importance to. But if you do, you will grow. And for that it's very important to I would say follow people who portray this message in a way that people who are founders, let's say, follow people like Gary Vee, follow people like Seth Godin, follow people like Ranveer Alabad. Like, I follow, but you can recognize your own people who are running agencies, who have dealt with a lot of people, who have been successful in that. Because Gary Vee doesn't know shit about Facebook ads. I can tell you this. He doesn't know shit about the technicalities of what he's doing, what his agency does. But if he goes on a table with a client, he'll bloody hell sell all the kind of services that are there in digital marketing. How?
Because of
Because
his
he
personal brand.
understands. Yes, because of the personal brand, and he understands the other person's mindset.
Yes.
He understands what the other person wants. Even if you see Ranveer Alabadia's podcast, when he talks about the technical aspects of marketing, he seems very confused. If you observe this, right? When one of their podcasts they were talking about lookalike audience, he was confused about what that is. So if he doesn't know lookalike audience, how is he running a digital marketing agency? This is the question that we have. But we don't see the bigger picture, right? All the leaders that are there in digital marketing are not experts in technical aspects. They're not just experts in technical aspects. They might know one or two technical aspects, they're mastered in that, but they don't know all the technical aspects. What has made them leaders is the psychological aspects, is the soft skills, I would say, is the communication skills, is the perseverance, temperament, ability to understand the audience. So in digital marketing, that is the key. And second step to understanding your audience is by taking feedback from the audience itself. So now you have a lot of features like polls. You have a lot of features like feedback forms. You can put out a poll on LinkedIn, you can put out a poll on Instagram. So put that on a regular basis. Try to understand that what your audience wants. If you're running a YouTube channel, put out a poll once in a month that these are the kinds of content, like this is digital marketing short videos, digital marketing informative videos, podcasts, memes, all of that, and ask them that what do they want. You'll get replies from people that we want these kind of content. This type of content entertains us or is really valuable to us. So taking feedbacks from audience will help you understand your audience. So these are the two steps I would say that. And I'm not saying that only restrict yourself to big people. On LinkedIn, you will find many founders, many co-founders. of agencies who are trying to grow, connect with them as well. Try to understand from them that how do they deal with their clients, how do they deal with their target audience, because they are more experienced. It's no harm in accepting, and it's no harm in learning from them,
Yes.
and especially learn from their failures. I always ask this to every co-founder, that what has been your failures in digital marketing? Because as now I am sharing that I did these mistakes, I was not able to recognize my audience, you are one step ahead of me now, because you already know that these are the mistakes that you don't have to commit.
Yes.
So asking about the failures should be the first step, instead of asking about the successes and just talking about that, I am a great fan and you are just great and all of that. Ask about the failures, and then you will get to learn. So these were my points for growing in digital marketing.
Okay. Okay. So just to sum it up, you are saying understand psychology, understand
Right,
the human mind of other people.
right, right,
Okay. Okay. I think it's, and if we want to become like, if we are in any industry, I learned this thing from Dr. Ritesh Malik sir. If you don't know him,
right.
he's the founder of Innovate. So he always says
Okay,
this thing that if we are CA, if we are a lawyer, doctor, marketer, designer, video editor, we should learn
right.
sales skill as well. Because see,
Absolutely.
if I am creating content, I'm selling my podcast. If I'm creating
Right,
video content, I'm selling it. If I'm running a business,
right,
we are selling our goods and services. If we are doing
right,
anything, we are selling. So we should
right,
learn sales skills. And one of the most contradictory thing is sales and negotiation skills are not taught in our schools.
right. So in a way, I would like to say that when I'm talking to you, I'm selling yourself. I'm selling myself, sorry.
Yes.
Right? When you are talking to other person, you are selling your personality, you are selling your thoughts in a way. So when you start thinking of this way, you actually start considering your thoughts, you actually start structuring your thoughts in a proper manner. When you are posting content, when you are trying to build your personal brand on any of the platforms, whether it be LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, any of the platforms, understanding this, that you are trying to sell yourself, will actually give you a lot of seriousness about that particular thing. So I've seen a lot of people saying that personal brand ही तो है यार, आज नहीं डालेंगे हो जाएगा, आज ये डाल देंगे, लोग तो वैसे भी एक्सेप्ट कर रहे हैं, 100 लाइक्स तो वैसे भी आ रहे हैं, आज भी आ जाएंगे. But having that very casual attitude is I would say will make you go down after a point of time. After you have reached that height, if you want to continue on to that, you need to be very serious about what you are doing. And if you want to build a personal brand, forget Saturdays and Sundays, to be very honest. Forget your
Mm.
weekends, forget your be ready to hustle along with your job or along with whatever you are doing if you want to build that, and be ready to put in that hours. If you are not ready, if you can't put in, that's completely fine. That's completely respectable, and it is respected. But don't jump in with a confused state of mind that whether I'll be able to do it or not. I'll do it for 1 week, then I'll stop. I'll do it for 2 weeks, then I'll think about it. So be very confident and be very clear in your mind when you're doing that.
Okay. Okay. And for that, we just have to start creating content.
Just start. Yes,
Okay.
just start with a clear frame of mind that yes, I am going to put out content. I have identified my audience, and if my content is not working, I'll take constructive feedbacks from my audience on a regular basis. And if it's not still not working out, then I'll put more energy into researching. I'll start networking from people who have already grown, and take more constructive feedback and try to restructure my content, or even approach a new audience if required. So
Yes.
that is the whole journey.
Yes, yes. Bro, coming to my next point, I was seeing your LinkedIn post yesterday, and where you were
Right,
talking about the example of Zomato. And
right.
I've also seen your Instagram story today, where you were saying
Right.
that in 2020 there is a position
Hmm.
called as CMO, that is Chief
Right.
Marketing Officer, and in
Right.
2030 there will be a position called as Chief Meme Officer.
Meme of.
What
Right.
is that?
Right.
What is that? And why is meme
So
marketing so important?
meme marketing, I would say, is going to be the next form of marketing. That's my strong opinion in 2030. Why do I say this? Because you, let's take example of Zomato itself. It's the biggest testimony to this fact.
For
So
sure.
whenever we talk about social media marketing, the classic example of social media marketing, Zomato comes to our
For sure.
tongues, that
Yes.
Zomato is the best at this. Now, why has Zomato been able to create this impact? Let's try to observe that. When you go to the profile with Zomato, you won't find any post, any single post where a food item is there, price is there, offer is there, because it's very easy for Zomato to do that. They have a lot of offers, lot of food items. They can do it just like all other food delivery apps do, that put out offers, content, and all of that. What they have done, they have understood the psychology of people. Now, on Instagram, as I said, people come to be entertained. They don't come to see your offers or prices or discounts. They don't give a shit about your product or service, to be very honest. They just want to be entertained. They want something to share with their friends or share in the group, to look cool, that
Yes.
I understood the sarcasm. Do you understand the sarcasm or not?
To gain
So
that kind of status.
yes, to gain attention, I would say
Yes,
they
yes, yes.
want such pieces of content. Now,
Exactly.
if you go to a profile which is all about offers, discount, you will switch back. That kya, matlab ye, I don't want to spend time on this profile. Like, if you go to Zomato, you will scroll down कि और क्या है, और क्या है, और क्या किया है इन्होंने, ये अच्छा है, ये इसको शेयर करते हैं. So automatically your time on the profile is increased, the time people are spending, and the number of shares, and automatically your marketing is going on. So your investment goes down, but your awareness goes up. That's
Yes.
the inverse relationship that Zomato has tried to achieve. Why? How they have been able to do that? Because they understand, people at Zomato who are in the social media marketing team understand sarcasm. They are very witty people. I can tell it through their posts that they are very, very witty people who are very observant about their surroundings. That आज इलॉन मस्क का अनाउंसमेंट हुआ कि ही इज द रिचेस्ट मैन, अगले 1 घंटे में पोस्ट आ गया इलॉन मस्क के ऊपर कि कुछ ना कुछ रिलेट करके इनडायरेक्ट वे में.
Hmm.
And they also know कि how to indirectly relate Zomato with the kind of humorous content that they are putting out, right?
Hmm.
Because it's very important. If they are not relating Zomato, then मतलब क्या है Zomato की profile का? So it's
Yes.
very important to put out that sales wala message, that people actually come and buy from them, and in a way that people are entertained, and then they think about, yes, now it's a good post. I like how they communicated. Now let's check out Zomato and check out what new offers they are getting. So this is going to be new form of marketing. Not a lot of brands have accepted this. Many brands are in that loophole ki USPs, offer, that traditional form of thinking that we need to
Yes.
push out our product or service. Not a lot of people have accepted that it is not about making your product smart. It is about making your audience smart through your posts, through your content, and that applies to brands and personal brands as well, right?
Hmm.
If you just put out content that I am a digital marketing expert, I know everything, I'll teach you how it is done, compared to I am a learner in digital marketing, I have done these mistakes, I am sharing it with you, would love to know your opinion and suggestions in the comment section, and would love to interact. You see the
Yes.
difference there,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
This is about pushing myself कि हाँ मैंने ये किया, अब मैं ही इन सब का गुरु हूँ, now you need to
Hmm.
follow me, versus this कि मैंने ये सब सीखा, I'm ready to share, but I'm also ready to get your opinion and learn from you,
Yes.
because you can never be an expert in anything. That's what I feel,
For sure.
throughout your life.
For sure.
And that's what good leaders like Ankur Wariku and Ranveer Alabade have been telling, that you need to learn every single day, you cannot be an expert. So
Yes.
there is a difference there. And coming to the point of chief marketing officer and chief meme officer, in a way that memes, if you see memes, if done the right way, if connected indirectly to your brand or service, is the best form of content on any social media profile. Even now on LinkedIn as well, there you can make a meme in a professional manner, in a way that you know it's not necessary that you restrict yourself to Instagram and Facebook when it comes to meme. Even now people are sharing memes on LinkedIn and are getting the kind of engagement that you want. See the profile of Rahul Subramaniam, stand-up
Yes.
comedian. He has leveraged LinkedIn for his stand-up comedy. Who would have thought that? Who would have thought that like 2 3 years back, that LinkedIn could be explored for stand-up comedy? So it's not that you should restrict yourself, but on LinkedIn, you should understand that what does the audience want. On LinkedIn, people will be very interested about the Elon Musk and SpaceX and Tesla and all of that. Those kind of topics really interest people on LinkedIn. On Instagram, people will be interested about rasode mein kaun tha
Yes.
or ye sab. So entertainment and a bit of technical stuff will be the interest topics on Instagram. So identify those topics जो हर एक platform पे काम करते हैं, जहाँ लोगों को पसंद है, and then make content around that. And humor is going to play a very important role, because if you want to connect, I personally feel that in the dialogue that hasi to fasi, that applies to marketing as well. If you make your people laugh, if you make your target audience laugh, you will get the kind of attention and you will come to their minds that, मैंने इसका पोस्ट देखा था तो बहुत अच्छा लगा था, I shared it with my friends, अब देखते हैं ये क्या डालने वाला है. So that is the kind of impact, and that is the reason why I said that chief marketing meme officer is going to be the highest paying job in 2030. Let's see how it goes.
Yes. Coming back to that point, that rasode mein kaun tha, actually
Right.
every brand, if you see, as lot of big brands have leveraged that point and
Yes.
created some kind of content around that. And
Right. Right.
yes, and coming back to that point where you were talking about that people are using memes on LinkedIn as well, a kind of
Yes.
memes. There's a person called
Yes.
as Prashant. I don't know what is his surname, but he's Prashant. He's very famous on LinkedIn. So he
Prashant
has,
Shah.
I think he's that.
Yes.
So
Yes.
he has just written this one line, that I have done an online course. Don't be surprised if I get a job in some MNC. And that was so
Right.
relative and that was so
Right.
relatable. I think on that particular post, she was getting some 800, 900 likes, I think even more than that,
Yes.
because it was so
Yes.
relatable. He has understood the psychology that जो सारे कोर्सेज लोग करते हैं, बहुत सारे ऑनलाइन कोर्सेज
Right.
ऐसे हैं जो बिल्कुल फ्रॉड हैं.
Right.
And
Wait, exactly same point. If you put out this on Instagram, it won't work out, because people are not focused on jobs or online courses that much on Instagram. People talk about other things on Instagram. On LinkedIn, people are concerned about jobs, and they can relate because they apply to jobs on that platform. They do put out their online courses on that platform. So thinking about a content and restructuring it, I would say, according to platform. So content doesn't change, your structure changes कि आप कैसे किस फॉर्म में उसको शेयर कर रहे हो,
contextual
right?
content, as Gary Vaynerchuk says.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yes, got it. Coming to my next point, what will be your advice to all those new content creators who are just starting out on LinkedIn? They have not started, but they want to
Mhm.
start and they want to create content and they want to network with big people. What will be your advice to all those people who want to start their career as a content creator on LinkedIn?
So on LinkedIn, first thing is start today. If you want to start, don't wait for tomorrow or day after. Even if you're watching this video and you're thinking that हाँ बाद में देख लेंगे, सुन लिया, that doesn't do shit for you. Start today. Even if you don't have content, just post that I will start posting from tomorrow. I didn't have anything in mind, but I'm just declare that you are starting on LinkedIn. So first, when you start, as I said, focus on networking a lot. That is a gold mine on LinkedIn. Focus on networking, and don't focus on the engagement metrics at start, because I feel that number metrics is important. A lot of people say that don't focus on numbers, don't focus on likes, comments, but hidden fact is, honest fact is, numbers do matter in back of the mind, or somewhere you think about numbers. No matter how much you say that जितने likes आ रहे हैं मुझे परवाह नहीं है, मैं तो content डाल रहा हूँ. So numbers do matter, but these should not be the only metrics that you are going after, because there will be phases when not a single person will see your content. That time you will be very frustrated and demotivated कि यार क्या यार मैं इतना मेहनत कर रहा हूँ और एक भी बंदा मेरा पोस्ट नहीं देख रहा. That time that other motive will motivate you. Like if I don't get engagement on my post, मेरा ये मोटिव रहता है कि I want to create that impact on people, right? So that motivates me to put out content every day, even in that bad phase when I'm not getting engagement. So having 2 or 3 important motives, numbers will always be there. Even if you don't agree or disagree, that will always be there. But around that, you have to have like 2, 3 impact points that you're trying to create, your long-term vision that you are having through this platform. So On LinkedIn, as I said, long term vision is very important. Identify that where you want to be in the next year. Identify that whether you want to reach to 25,000 followers, 10,000 followers, or you want to make these many connections on LinkedIn, or you have this aim that you'll personal brand, you build a personal brand on LinkedIn for the next 6 months, then you'll move to other platforms as supportive backups to LinkedIn. So have this vision clear, and according to that, plan it properly. Even if you don't have a very concrete plan, just go on creating content, and that plan will be created automatically. You will get that clarity कि हाँ ठीक है, अब मेरा content इस direction में जा रहा है, इस टाइप के लोग मेरे कंटेंट से एंगेज करें, सो व्हाई नॉट आई लेवरेज दैट एंड शो इट मोर टू पीपल लाइक दीज, कनेक्ट विथ मोर पीपल लाइक दीज. सो अब मुझे पता है कि मेरे पहले 2-3 पोस्ट पे डिजिटल मार्केटिंग इंटर्न्स के कमेंट्स आ रहे हैं, तो मैं क्यों ना आई कनेक्ट विद दोज पीपल एंड आई
Yes.
पुश माई कंटेंट टू देम. And I also believe that when you connect, as I said, personalize your connection, text them, and share your post with people. I don't believe that sharing posts is a bad thing with people on DMs personally, provided that you have already personalized and have some kind of conversation with them, and then share a post with them. Ki, see, this is my recent post, and I generally feel that this can have some kind of insights for you. Would love to know your opinion and views on this particular post, and if you feel something could be improved. So that person will think that, ha bhai, I have had a conversation with this guy. He took the pains of actually texting me back when I sent him a connection request. So that person will, comment down or will provide you constructive feedback. So you see how the connection is there. Why personalizing is very important. So keep in mind that, share with as many people as possible, try to personalize your connection with as many people as possible, identify a frequency. At start, I used to connect with like 5-10 people at a day. I used to take it very slow at start because I was still figuring it out. I didn't have my audience, I didn't have my content structure in place in the first few months. And then when I figured it out, my frequency increased because I knew that who do I have to connect with now? What kind of conversation do I have to have with that person? And where do I have to lead that conversation to? So that clarity will come when you start uh, today, as I said. And yes, so just network, identify your goal. That is also very important. If you're having this goal of getting a job, then you need to connect with HRs. That's an
Yes.
obvious thing from start. And if you want to get, if you know that you are going to leave your job in the next 1 year, start today, because that 1 year will actually help you to connect with 1,000 HRs, and then you won't have to struggle to connect with HRs. It will be just one text to them, and they will reply, and you will get the offer. So that having that pre-planning is very important. It's a cherry on the top. If you have this aim that, after 1 year I want to do this, I want to get here, then it's very important.
Okay.
So identifying the goal is very important, and just engage with other people as well. So you see a lot of content creators creating content. Identify people in your niche. Let's say you know that you are putting out content in digital marketing, but there are other people too who are putting out in digital marketing content on digital marketing. Comment your insightful views. I am putting comma here, insightful views. Don't comment true, good, nice, well. Don't comment these things, because it's the content is not put out for comments like these ki very good. It's very easy to comment very good on 100 posts and consider that हाँ मेरा engagement हो गया, मैंने 100 post पे comment कर दिया, हो गया काम. It's better to comment your insightful views कि हाँ ठीक है, मैंने content देखा, मैंने video देखा, मुझे ये insights मिले, या मेरे ये feedbacks हैं इस video पे कि हाँ I don't agree with this. Could you explain why did you actually talk about this, or could you explain more into this? So make comments like these and build personal connect through comments as well. Build that personal connect. And in a way, I generally do this, that if there is an occasion, let's say it's a Diwali, I personally connect with people and send voice notes. This is one more thing. Voice notes is a very important thing because I have seen this difference. since last 1 month, I've been sending voice notes to people, and the engagement rate has gone from 30% to 90% now. Out of
Wow.
10 people, 9 people reply back with a proper message. Like if I text them Happy Diwali and a voice note that, I hope that you are safe and healthy, and I hope that we'll stay in touch and everything. They send a proper paragraph that thanks Rahul for your lovely wish, and I am really impressed by the voice note that you sent and personalized message, and would love to stay in touch with you. And
Yes.
अगले दिन फिर उनके कमेंट आते हैं पोस्ट पे कि
Hmm.
amazing posts and these were the insights. So this is
Yes.
how you build engagement on this platform through voice notes is a very important thing, because people talk to a lot of people through comments, like, right, if even if I send a personalized comment, it might feel very spammy to them कि हाँ ठीक है, ऐसे तो लोग मुझे टेक्स्ट करते ही हैं. And
Hmm.
especially if you're looking out for a job, HRs receive like 100, 200 messages on a single day. A lot of applications, a lot of people who are trying to connect with them. So how will you make that mark? Through voice notes. Because learn this, whenever you receive a voice note, you get this curiosity कि हाँ यार बंदे ने बोला क्या, instead of as compared to whenever you receive a message, क्योंकि messages की frequency बहुत रहती है.
Yes.
So you will think कि हाँ ठीक है, this is just another message. But when you receive that notification that X has sent you a voice note, you will see कि यार ये बोला क्या है, I should check it out. So that is the difference there. Send voice notes in DMs all the time, I would say. But if it's not possible, then most of the times I would say send voice notes, and this will be a major step in building personal connect with people. When you even when you want to like talk to someone or learn from someone, like get on a video call, send a voice note. No matter how big that person is, everyone appreciates voice notes कि हाँ ठीक है, बंदे ने efforts लिए कि record करने के और बोलने के, personally connect करने के. So that is there. These are the steps I would say. And stories explore karo. Now the swipe up feature is there, so every post you can actually put a swipe up feature and people can head on to your post. And let's say you watched a YouTube video of, let's say, a very insightful YouTube video. Share it with your audience. That post a screenshot of the thumbnail. This was a video I watched. These were the learnings. Swipe up to watch this video. So your audience will know that हाँ ये बंदा research भी करता है for
Hmm.
that content. So
Yes.
this person is not actually putting out thoughts just for the sake of it. ये बंदा ये वीडियोस देखता है, और जब वो मेरा कंटेंट देखेंगे तो बोलेंगे कि हाँ यार ये तो ऐसे कंटेंट देखता भी है. सो द कंटेंट यू कंज्यूम इज द कंटेंट यू प्रोड्यूस. सो दैट
Yes.
इज द की देयर.
Yes. Yes.
सो वो चीज बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. स्टोरीज के थ्रू एक रिस्पेक्ट फॉर्म करो अपने लिए, कि ऐसे ही रिस्पेक्ट फॉर्म हो कि शेयर इनसाइट्स. डोंट बी इन दैट वेल कि हाँ ठीक है मेरा आइडिया है, मैं किसी को बता दिया तो क्या. अब आई एक्सप्लोर्ड दिस कि आप गूगल कीबोर्ड का वॉइस नोट यूज करके यू कैन एक्चुअली स्पीक, एंड वो कमेंट्स में टाइप हो जाएगा
Yes.
ऑटोमेटिकली.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
मैं ये सोच सकता था कि हाँ मेरे को ये पता चला, मैं एक्सप्लोर करता हूँ, बाकी किसी को क्यों बताऊंगा.
Yes.
व्हाई शुड आई गिव एंगेजमेंट टू पीपल कि ये एक्सप्लोर करके तो सब लोग कमेंट कर देंगे, तो मेरा रीच डाउन हो जाएगा. इफ यू हैव दैट काइंड ऑफ माइंडसेट, यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू ग्रो ऑन लिंक्डइन. Just share whatever you found, whatever you feel could help other people, and you will see the benefits. पहले मुझे भी ऐसा लगता था कि यार I am giving out so much, no one is giving back to me. I am not receiving the kind of engagement that I should. Now when I reflect back, people who I connected with 4 months back are now commenting on my post that it's a great post, or commenting on my videos. So it's a very long term process. आज ही नहीं होगा कि हाँ ठीक है मैंने 100 लोगों से कनेक्ट किया, मेरे को अभी भी 100 लाइक्स आने चाहिए, 100 कमेंट्स आने चाहिए. ऐसा नहीं होगा. 4 महीने बाद देखेंगे कि वो जो एक कॉन्वर्जेशन 4 महीने पहले की थी वो आज बेनिफिट कर रही है.
Yes. 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 एंड आई थिंक
Yes.
इट्स ऑल अबाउट पुटिंग वैल्यू. अगर हम वैल्यू देंगे तो
Right.
सामने वाला बंदा भी अप्रिशिएट करता है, बिकॉज वी ऑल आर
Yes.
ह्यूमंस. आप भी ह्यूमन हो, मैं भी ह्यूमन हूँ, एंड इट्स ऑल अबाउट अंडरस्टैंडिंग द साइकोलॉजी ऑफ द अदर ह्यूमन बीइंग.
Right. Right.
यस.
It's about being honest to yourself कि हाँ ठीक है आप जैसे हो, just portray out that. I received this text from one person कि I don't know how to speak in English. How should I put out videos? अरे भाई हिंदी में डालो. जरूरी तो है ना कि दूसरों को देख के आप बोल रहे हो कि वो बंदा इंग्लिश में डाल रहा है, मैं भी इंग्लिश में डालूंगा. Just be yourself. People appreciate your thoughts, not your way of speaking or your way of putting out comments. If your thoughts are clear, if your thoughts are genuine, then the format or language or your structuring of your the hashtags and everything doesn't matter. It's just your thoughts and clarity here that matters.
Because the other person will be able to feel that kind of thing, is that person
Yes,
authentic or not.
yes.
Because if
And
you
वो
are a,
दिखता है.
yes, if you are a content creator, we can, I can understand that thing, you are 100% genuine. And I can also
Right.
understand all those content creators who are fake, like who are just
हाँ वो दिखता है. If
who,
you're not clear about your thoughts, सिर्फ अगर if you're trying to put out just content for the sake of it without any aim
yes,
कि कुछ भी बोल रहे हैं कुछ भी कर रहे हैं, so that is very clear through the content that is put out, and then your fake accent, fake uh, thoughts will come out, and then your that respect goes. No, that trust is a very important factor. If that trust goes, in the next 1 month, if you might be receiving like 100 200 likes, वो अपने आप 10 20 पे आ जाएगा.
for sure,
एक महीने में नहीं तो 6 महीने में आ जाएगा. लॉन्ग टर्म में आप गेम नहीं खेल पाओगे.
for
That's
sure.
why I admire people like Ranveer, because these people do a long term game. These people don't believe in short term successes or failures. इतना impact नहीं होता इनका short term failures और successes पे. And optimism के around रहता है इनका content. कभी भी नहीं देखोगे कि किसी को डिमोटिवेट कर रहे हैं कि तुम नहीं कर सकते, सिर्फ यही लोग कर सकते हैं. Achievers are those people who have succeeded in life, who get good marks, who are good at internships, who have done good kind of jobs, good companies. So these people put out content who appreciate everyone who's there, even people who are trying to grow, even people who are beginners, even people who are experts, or even people who are experienced. So appreciating everyone, respecting everyone is a thing which will help you in doing the long term game.
Yes, yes. Bro, I genuinely am following Ranveer Alabadia since past, I will say, 4 years. I started following him
Right,
in 2016 when his first
right,
video got viral. He made that video
right,
on Amir Khan, like the dirty
right.
reality of Amir Khan, something like that.
Right,
And
right.
and I genuinely know that in 2018 I met Ranveer Alabadia for the first time in Delhi. So
Okay,
there were a lot of content creators. There was one content creator called as Yash Sharma Fitness. Now he has
okay,
more than 4 lakh subscribers on YouTube. At that time,
right,
he was sitting at around 60,000 subscribers on YouTube, and he used to get
okay,
some 1,000 or 1,200 views. And at that time,
okay,
I know that Ranveer Alabadia supported that guy. And today,
right,
Yash Sharma is sitting at around more than 4 lakh subscribers. And I have seen his journey,
right.
that how he's helping different content creators. And this is the particular thing of Ranveer I like a lot, that he supports all the small content creators. If you see
Yes,
Ranveer, he always gives shout outs in his stories to different people who are doing some genuine work.
right, right. So that is very, very important. If you, in order to receive, you need to give first,
Yes,
without a motive there. You
yes,
know, and I feel that hidden motives are there in everything. If you ask me honestly, like अगर मैं बात कर रहा हूँ तो मेरा एक हिडन मोटिव रहता ही है कि हाँ ठीक है, मुझे क्या चाहिए इस बंदे से, कि ठीक है अगर मैं इसको जाके हेल्प करूंगा तो ये कभी ना कभी मेरे को किसी ना किसी वे में बेनिफिट करेगा, एंड दैट इज देयर, एंड दैट इज रिस्पेक्टेबल टू अग्री दैट हाँ ठीक है, सबका होता है एक हिडन मोटिव. बट उस हिडन मोटिव के अलावा क्या आप करना चाह रहे हो, क्या इम्पैक्ट बनाना चाहते हो, दैट दैट मैटर्स अ लॉट. कि ठीक है, आपको पता है कि ठीक है बेनिफिट आएगा, आ सकता है, नहीं भी आया तो ठीक है, बस मुझे हेल्प करना है क्योंकि मुझे मैंने एक्सप्लोर कर लिया है, मैंने मिस्टेक्स करी है, एंड आई डोंट वांट द अदर पर्सन टू डू दीज मिस्टेक्स. ठीक है, इफ यू वांट रिस्पेक्ट अदर पर्सन टू रिस्पेक्ट यू, वो रहता ही है दिमाग में कि ठीक है, you want to be a person who is considered as someone who is ready to help, and you want to have that good personality when you're talking to people, वो रहता ही है mind में. But above that, your aim, your motive should be there to help that person कि हाँ ठीक है वो पहले grow कर जाए, फिर कुछ benefit हो तो ठीक है चलेगा, फिर कुछ और हो ना हो, but his growth is very important. The way he is going is currently not right, and if I give him this insight, he might switch back to the right path, or it might help him. So that is very important.
okay, okay. Now seeing your personality and your communication skills, like how you have developed that kind of communication skills, and talking about myself, like bro, I have
Right.
never talked to that much people, and from my childhood onwards I have been a very introvert person, and I didn't used to talk with
Same.
a lot of people, and I used to be in my studies. And now in my third year of college, my college is just about to end. Now I realized
Right.
that our main academics, the content which we study in schools, is not that much relevant in life. the co-
Yes.
the real thing is our extracurricular activities, the way we talk to people, our communication skills,
Right.
our participation in different activities, in debates, in public speaking.
Hmm.
That is the real thing which matters in real life, rather than studying some formula of chemistry or some formula of
Right.
biology if you are a marketer.
Right. Yes,
So,
that is there.
so what is the main thing? How you have built that kind of great personality, and what's your secret to communication and your English?
So I've been a big introvert myself. If I talk about this, I used to my hands used to shake when a girl used to come near me. That was the kind of fear that I had of people. Even when I was asked to speak in front of 2 3 people, I used to be like, "Fuck, how will I do this? Oh damn, I'm not able to do this." So when it used to be in my thoughts that I want to be someone who is able to speak, but when that opportunity came, let's say if the house captain is asking me who will go for a debate, I used to think कि यार बोलूं कि ना फिर नहीं करता था मतलब I used to end up not raising up my hand
Same thing
because
happens with me. Same thing used to happen
it
with me.
used to be in my mind कि हाँ ठीक है मैं बोलूंगा, and then when I used to come back home I used to be in front of the mirror and I used to be like यार उठा देता हाथ because I knew I could have spoken, but it's just that difference between thinking and then raising your hand. So this is the distance that you have to cover if you want to be good at communication or if you want to build that kind of personality. And then this one thing happened when there was these elections for the committee of the school, and no one literally, like there was a teacher, my friend was standing here, teacher said, he she said to my friend that I have high expectations from you and you will kill it. She didn't say anything to me, she just turned and went away, and that hurt me a lot, that why is she considering him for that post and I have no chance of even getting there. So I thought this to myself that what do I have to lose. सो उस दिन मेरे को आया कि भाई क्या खो सकता हूँ मैं, कुछ नहीं है मेरे पास अभी कम्युनिकेशन में. आई हैव नॉट बीन पार्टिसिपेटिंग इन डिबेट्स, आई हैव नॉट बीन अ पर्सन हु इज लुक्ड अप टू, आई हैव नॉट बीन अ पर्सन हु इज बीन इंटरेक्टिंग विद अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल. आज मैं अगर बोल दिया और इवन इफ आई स्पीक शिट, आई हैव नथिंग टू लूज. People are still not respecting me, people will still not respect me for communication. So I just decided to give it a shot. I was first planning that I'll not go to the stage, I'll give some excuse, and then I'll take the easy way. But then that day, I don't know, something happened. That thing really hurt me, and when something really hurts you, now you give your 100% to that. And then I spoke, and everyone stood up and were applauding for that speech. So that day, I realized it's all about thinking that what do you have to lose, and if the answer is nothing, then just go for it, right?
Mm.
It's not, otherwise you will be in that loop that I want to do this, I want to be like that person. I used to be this person ki I used to see people talking in debates, I used to be like, oh, I want to be like him, I want to win prizes, but never did that want convert into implement. So identifying that is very important, and then from there I decided to talk with a lot of people, no matter how no matter my hands are shaking, my legs are shaking, no matter what happens, I will talk to people. No matter how bad my communication skills are, no matter how much they judge me, because I knew that in long term this is going to help me be the kind of person that I want, be the kind of have the kind of personality that I want. So from there this journey started. I interacted with a lot of people, I spoke shit to a lot of people. I was very bad at communication, and then after that, people started coming to me, people started appreciating it, and when people saw that change, that drastic change from an introvert Rahul to an extrovert Rahul, people will start coming to you. If you are that person who has not been speaking, and if you start speaking, if you decide to implement, people will say that यार इसको क्या हो गया, ये तो बोलता ही नहीं था, अभी क्या हो गया. So you want to be that person who brings about that change, and then people will automatically observe you, or applaud for you and cheer for you. So don't think about people when you are deciding to start, वरना कभी start नहीं कर पाओगे.
For sure.
तो वही एक एक लाइन भी मैं फॉलो करता हूँ. दिस इज अ रीसेंट वीडियो दैट आई सॉ बाय अनुपम खेर, कि तू आगे बढ़ते जा, पीछे खींचने के लिए लोग है ना. तो
Yes.
वही, तो आगे बढ़ते जाओ, ताली बजाने के लिए भी लोग है ना. तो सब रहेंगे, but if you keep thinking about people, you will never be able to start. And that is the same with personal brand. That is the key to personal brand. If you keep watching other people कि हाँ ठीक है ये हो रहा है, मैं कैसे करूँगा, that is a mistake. And along with this there is second mistake कि हम लोग ये सोच लेते हैं कि हाँ ठीक है रणवीर अलाहाबादिया के इतने सारे फॉलोअर्स है, इतने मिलियन है, यार मेरे क्यों नहीं हो रहे एक महीने में, मेरे क्यों नहीं हो रहे एक साल में, मैंने तो इतनी मेहनत की है. अब उसको पार्शियलिटी है. He's smart, he's fair, that's the reason why he's getting this. A lot of chicks admire him, that's the reason why he's getting it. But you don't see the bigger picture. You don't see the number of videos that guy put before that one video went viral. You
Yes.
don't see, Gary Vee used to post a video every weekend about a podcast regarding his wine tasting. He used to invite guests to taste his wine and he used to put out his YouTube videos. और उस पे engagement नहीं आता था. That was the time when people didn't even know about YouTube.
Wine
People were
library
still,
TV.
yes, people were still exploring about YouTube. People didn't know shit about YouTube. People were still in that TV wala phase.
Hmm.
That television is everything, radio is everything. People, he explored the YouTube advertising scenario and he was one of the first movers there. So identifying the long term journey that these people have had, and then they are able to get the kind of success that they want. So if you are ready to be on the other side and take that long term journey, then follow their content or then look up to them. If you're not ready to take that pain, then you don't compare yourself to that person, that why am I not getting and this person has been getting. So these two things are very important to identify as far as this is concerned. And baki to just start, just implement, that will always be there. And just explore and reach out to people, reach out to as many people as possible. Be shameless, that's my motto. Be shameless and be ready to implement every day. And take help whenever you want to, because generally I feel that a lot of people have this ego problem कि हाँ ठीक है मेरे को सब आता है, मैं इससे क्यों पूछूं, ये भी तो बंदा मेरे साथ का ही है, मैं इससे क्यों पूछूं, he is of my same age or he is below my age, why should I ask him. So having that kind of attitude would restrict your learning. So be ready to take learnings from everyone. कोई अगर 18 साल का भी है but he is doing good on a platform, try to ask him कि भाई how did you explore this platform at such an early age.
Yes.
Now people, like I get texts from people who are 41 50 years of age, ki teach us, how can you teach us digital marketing. So people are who have this attitude will learn and will go the long term. So have this attitude and be ready to learn every single day to through everything that you do.
Okay. Okay. So you mean to say we should always be a learner, and everyone is a
Always be
learner,
ready.
and that's how we all can grow. Coming to my
Yes,
next.
because
Yes. Yes.
yes, because if you think that you'll be perfect in your content the next day, if you think that you'll be perfect in English the next day, then that is not possible. And identify what do you want. If you want to be good at English, then strive towards it. If you feel that नहीं यार मैं हिंदी में ही करता हूँ, मुझे हिंदी अच्छी लगती है, मुझे इंग्लिश नहीं अच्छी लगती, but then don't go for it. Don't just see people and then identify your goals. First identify goals and then see people who have the same goals.
Yes.
So this is the difference there. If you identify goals first कि हाँ ठीक है मुझे इंग्लिश अच्छी लगती है, I want to be a person who can speak fluent English, then I'll identify people who have been doing that and then I'll learn from them. So this is the whole roadmap that you should follow.
Yes. Yes. Before I ask my next question, you gave me another question, like how we can improve our English.
For for English, I would not say watching English movies and all of that, those cliche advices, because I have not done that as far as English is concerned. Just by talking to people, trying to be bad in English will teach you English, to be very honest. being shameless will teach you English. Being if you're bad at communication, but if you still talk to people, that will teach you English. So in a way, you will get to learn. And if you have some close friends who are good at English, ask them to speak to you in English every time you
Yes.
meet them, or it can be your family members as well. That you talk to them in English every time, no matter how bad your English is. You'll get to learn that way. You will recognize your own mistakes. कि हाँ यार मैंने उस time ये ऐसा बोल दिया था, but it is exactly this. And obviously, seeing videos and reading books though is always there, which a lot of people recommend that should be there. And when you see this, see a video in English, you will recognize कि हाँ ठीक है मैं उस time बात किया था. This is my mistake. So having that conversation which is bad is very important to having a conversation which is good. So have bad conversations, do mistakes in communication, then see videos, read books, observe other people, identify your mistakes and improve them. So
Yes.
this is
Yes.
the way to learn English.
Yes, bro. To be very honest, 6 months back, I was not able to speak. I was not able to complete even a single sentence in English. So the thing which
Right.
I did was I used to take this tripod and put my phone on this,
Okay.
and I used to just
Right.
practice, practice, and practice, and to record a lot of
Yes.
video content. They can also do that using their selfie camera of their phone.
Yes, even in front of a mirror. If you don't if you
Yes,
are afraid of going in front of camera, just go in front of a mirror and start speaking and start observing what is going wrong. And if you do it every day, you'll get it automatically that हाँ यार ये कुछ गलत जा रहा है. And then ask people who are fluent in English कि यार ये सही है कि ये सही है, मुझे बताओ.
yes,
Then they'll tell you and then rectify it. And English का ऐसा है कि don't have this aim कि I'll be good at English in the next week or in the
yes,
next 2 weeks. It's a very long term process. It will take a lot of months. And if you practice regularly, if you have that aim, if you have that will, कि हाँ ठीक है मेरे को सीखना ही है. Because I'll tell you this, excuses are there for everything. I can make 100 excuses today कि यार मैं YouTube channel नहीं चला सकता, मेरे पास time नहीं है, मैं personal branding नहीं कर सकता, मेरी job है, 8 to 8 job. I've seen a lot of people doing this कि यार at 8 to 8 I'm working, still you want me to expect me to work? What is my life will get ruined. So if you are that person who wants to party, who wants to enjoy, then that's completely respected. कि ठीक है उस तुम्हारा aim वही है, तुम्हें वो खुशी देता है, that keeps you happy, so have that kind of life. But if you are that person who feels happiness in personal branding, in helping others, in putting out videos, that gives me happiness. That is partying for me. If you ask me, I don't go out on any weekends. Weekends are like making videos, connecting with people, having video calls with people, thinking about my YouTube content. That is having, you can say, that is having drinks for me, that is smoking for me, that gives me a high. So and I see a lot of people disrespecting that कि हाँ तेरी तो लाइफ ही नहीं है, तू बस यही पर्सनल ब्रांडिंग में हो एंड अलोंग विद जॉब ये क्या कर रहा है, यू शुड जस्ट फोकस ऑन योर जॉब. ठीक है इतना काम हो रहा है तो यू शुड जस्ट वर्क 7 to 8 hours a day, बट आइडेंटिफाई योर happiness. And if you can work for 10 hours, bloody hell, work for 10 hours a day without even listening to anyone. क्योंकि it matters on your goal. If a person has this goal कि हाँ ठीक है मुझे जॉब ही करना है 8 साल 10 साल, I'm happy with what I'm doing, then that's other topic, that's another lot. But if you are that person who wants to grow, who wants something else, and still you are thinking कि हाँ ठीक है मैं जॉब पे ही रहूंगा, मैं सिर्फ 8 to 8 काम करूंगा, मेरे से इतना ही होगा, then you won't be able to get that goal.
for
Because
sure.
in order to get that goal you need to do something extra,
Yes,
right? You need to side hustle, you need to give in your weekends, you need to go through frustrations, mental breakdown, irritations. बहुत बार ऐसा होता है, especially with people who are trying to build a personal brand. It's not at all easy. First of all, building a personal brand is like building a brand altogether. And be ready to go through dark phases wherein you will feel like you are worth nothing. You are putting in energy, you are putting in three. There was a video where I took 3 hours to record that video, after takes after takes after takes, and 1 hour to edit that video, putting in screenshots, putting in voice notes, putting it music effects. That video got one like and one comment, and that was my own comment. that comment down below. So in that phase, if you feel like ठीक है अब मैंने इतना दे रहा हूँ, I'm not getting anything in return, let's just leave the platform. So and if you decide कि नहीं यार, I am putting in this kind of energy, this will result back in something or the other in the long term. So two completely different perspectives and two completely different goals altogether. So identifying goals and working towards that is very important.
Yes, yes. The way you said that you recorded that particular video for 3 hours and it took 1 hour for you to edit that particular video. I can relate with
Yes,
you. I have done this the
yes,
same thing in 2020 when I used to
right,
record my fitness content. Like वो तब
right,
ऐसे हालत होती थी जब मैं कैमरा ऑन करता था एंड तब
hmm,
होती थी समर्स होती थी और
right,
देन आई यूज्ड टू यूज द माइक मैं यहाँ पे लगाता था एंड आई यूज्ड टू टर्न ऑफ द फैन बिकॉज सो दैट बैकग्राउंड वॉइस ना आए देन जैसे
right,
ही कैमरा ऑन होता था पसीने ही पसीने मैं बोल ही नहीं पाता था एंड it
right.
took me almost 2 to 3 hours to edit that video and nobody used to watch that particular video then from that I
So
yes yes
बुरा लगता है,
for
बुरा
sure
लगता है उससे, बहुत बुरा लगता है ऐसा. You feel hurt, but it's okay to feel that kind of hurt. It's okay to feel disheartened and then move on.
yes
Like give like half an hour, 1 hour कि हाँ ठीक है ऐसा क्यों हुआ यार. मतलब अगर बुरा लग रहा है तो आधा घंटा दो उसको, रो लो बैठ के. अगर लग रहा है कि हाँ ठीक है कोई अप्रिशिएट नहीं करा कंटेंट, बट आफ्टर दैट स्टार्ट रिकॉग्नाइजिंग कि क्यों नहीं कर रहे. क्या क्या मेरा कंटेंट अच्छा है बट लोगों तक पहुंच नहीं रहा. क्या कंटेंट में ही खराबी है तो मुझे कुछ इम्प्रूव करना है. क्या सीटीएस में खराबी है या कुछ तो ऐसा निकलेगा उधर से. और आस्क पीपल कि यार ये मेरा कंटेंट है, what do you feel can be improve, वो बताएंगे अगर खुद से नहीं मिल रहा तो. एंड देन स्टार्ट इम्प्रूविंग बिट बाय बिट. ऐसा नहीं होगा कि आज कोई लाइक नहीं है अगले दिन 50 आ जाएंगे रेक्टिफिकेशन के बाद.
Mm.
टाइम लगेगा, बट इफ यू स्टार्ट ऑन दिस जर्नी कि हाँ ठीक है अब नहीं आ रहा, दिस इज अ डार्क फेज, आई एम गेटिंग फ्रस्ट्रेटेड, मेंटल ब्रेकडाउन है, अब मैं थोड़ा सा अपना ट्वीक करूंगा कंटेंट स्ट्रेटजी, अब मैं थोड़ा सा ट्वीक करूंगा अपना कंटेंट का स्टाइल इफ दैट इज अ प्रॉब्लम. या ऑडियंस तक पहुंच नहीं रहा तो मैं प्रमोशन के तरीके ट्वीक करूंगा कि मैं अलग ऑडियंस को दिखाऊं, या तो अलग और ज्यादा पुश आउट करूं, और ज्यादा डीएम्स करूं, और ज्यादा कनेक्शंस बनाऊं. सो दैट इज द की देयर.
Got it. Coming to the end of the podcast, what will be your advice to all those people who are just starting? And what are your recommendation? What are your books recommendation? What are your podcast recommendation to all those people who
So
are just starting out?
I don't read books because I don't like reading, to be very honest. I have not read a single book in my entire life, like not a single book outside the course books, obviously. I don't have the, I get bored of reading, to be very honest. Like after 2 or 3 pages, I feel like leaving the book. And I've tried reading. That's the reason why I'm saying this, because I tried reading a book. I read 2 or 3 pages and then I was like literally bored. So I recognize that watching videos is the thing for me. Even hearing podcasts doesn't hear me. I want to watch something happening in order to grasp what is being promoted. So I identified that particular thing. And a lot of people today have this कि अगर वो सामने वाला बोल रहा है कि reading books is a thing तो मुझे करना चाहिए. सामने वाला podcast सुन रहा है तो I should also be, cool enough to listen to podcasts. I should also watch videos. So it's not like that. Give it a try. But if you feel that reading books is not your thing, don't stick to it. Identify that one thing which gives you the maximum learning in the most, I would say in the least amount of time. Because time is money, and the way you balance your energy within a particular time frame is the key to success, which Ankur Wariko also says, that the way you balance your energy, it's not about balancing time, it's about balancing energy within that time. So that is very important. As far as me, I watch videos. So if you are that person who loves watching videos, I would say identify 3 or 4 content creators. And why am I saying this? If you watch content of 10 people, you will get confused because everyone has different perspectives. Everyone will teach you something new in a different form, and you will feel like यार वो बंदा ये बोल रहा था, ये बंदा ये है क्या सच. So identify different aspects. Like in digital marketing, I have identified one is conceptual aspect कि ठीक है. In marketing there is something like brand personality, so that is a concept I need to learn. सेकंड इज साइकोलॉजिकल एस्पेक्ट कि हाँ ठीक है, कॉन्सेप्ट से हटके हाउ डू यू अंडरस्टैंड ऑडियंस, हाउ डू यू डील विद पीपल, हाउ डू यू डील विद कंटेंट क्रिएशन एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट. थर्ड इज द बिजनेस साइकोलॉजी कि हाँ ठीक है, मैंने ये दो कर लिया, अब मैं क्लाइंट्स कैसे लाऊं, हाउ डू आई अप्रोच क्लाइंट्स, हाउ डू आई गेट बिजनेस फॉर मी. सो आई आइडेंटिफाइड ईच वन कंटेंट क्रिएटर इन ईच ऑफ दिस बकेट्स. लेट्स से कॉन्सेप्चुअल के लिए मेरे पास सेथ गॉर्डन है, वो टीचेस मी दैट व्हाट आर द कॉन्सेप्ट्स ऑफ मार्केटिंग. साइकोलॉजिकल के लिए मेरे पास गैरी वी है कि ठीक है, हाउ डू यू अंडरस्टैंड ऑडियंस, हाउ डू यू डील विद पीपल. और बिजनेस के लिए मेरे पास रणवीर अलाबाद है, बिकॉज ही गिव्स मोर ऑफ दिस की हाउ डू यू एक्चुअली सेल योर कंटेंट, हाउ डू यू सेल योरसेल्फ. सो identify these 3 or 4 buckets, identify 3 to 4 people and follow their content regularly. अब if you decide you follow रणवीर अलाबादिया, watch podcast. ऐसा नहीं कि हाँ ठीक है एक देख लिया हो गया. Continuously watch the podcast. I improved on my podcasting skills after watching him, because I was observing him, that how does he interact with his guests, how does he interact, what kind of questions is he asking, what type of replies is he giving. So identifying that is very important. And if you have first of all, it's just about starting out. But if you have just started out, if you have made that step, continue on to that journey. Don't stop. And there will be phases, as I said, you won't feel like posting, you won't feel like creating content. If you want to take a break, take a break. It's not about forcing yourself every time. If you feel that you want to give this particular weekend to understanding your audience, give that weekend. Because I had this notion, I did this mistake कि अगर मेरे पास free day है, अगर मैं एक दिन ले रहा हूँ wherein I'm not posting anything, that is not a productive day for me. I used to think this way कि अगर मेरा एक piece of content at least नहीं जा रहा है तो मेरा productive day नहीं है, which is very wrong. And then I identified कि उस चक्कर में I was unable to identify my audience, I was unable to connect with my audience. Then I decided कि I need to give this particular time to connect with my audience, to understand what they want. कि ठीक है, content तो बना रहा हूँ, post भी कर रहा हूँ, but क्या वो पसंद आ रहा है लोगों को कि नहीं, क्या उनको वही चाहिए कि नहीं. So have those kind of breaks to give a reflection कि ठीक है, मैं ये कर रहा हूँ, अब क्या, आगे क्या. कंटिन्यू, डोंट बी ऑन दिस कंटिन्यूस लूप कि हाँ ठीक है, ये चल रहा है, अच्छा यही करते रहेंगे, लाइफ सॉर्टेड है. You need to grow every week, every day, every month. Start having that growth mindset and start appreciating your growth. बहुत लोगों को देखा है कि मेरे सिर्फ 100 ही सब्सक्राइबर्स हैं यार. 100 में क्या होता है, मतलब I'm not happy with the kind of growth that I'm getting. A lot of people say कि algorithm का fault है. You know, algorithm is not getting reach. अरे भाई, algorithm का बोल बोल के आपका क्या होगा? You are not controlling algorithm, right? No matter how much you talk about algorithm कि Instagram पे organic reach नहीं है, क्या कर लोगे, नहीं है तो नहीं है. You focus on your content.
Yes.
Reach आएगा नहीं आएगा वो ठीक है, but algorithm का तो कुछ नहीं कर सकते, right?
Yes.
So वही चीज है. If you have 100 subscribers, imagine having those 100 subscribers standing in a room. 100 लोग एक रूम में खड़े हैं, फिर क्या ये सोचोगे कि बहुत कम है? 100
Yes.
लोग,
Yes.
right? So सीइंग योर नंबर्स इन अ वे, अभी जैसे अगर लिंक्डइन पे आपके 200 फॉलोअर्स है, इमेजिन 200 फॉलोअर्स आपके सामने खड़े कर दिया और वो लोग आपका कंटेंट अप्रिशिएट कर रहे हैं, देन यू विल फील लाइक आई हैव डन समथिंग बिग. बट
Yes.
आज यू आर नॉट फीलिंग दैट बिकॉज इट्स जस्ट 200 नंबर और बहुत लोगों ने इससे आगे अचीव कर लिया है. सो थिंक ऑफ इट इन दैट वे. स्मॉल ग्रोथ्स को अप्रिशिएट करो, बट इम्पैक्ट मत होने दो कि हाँ ठीक है, मैंने 100 कर लिया, मैं आई एम द गुरु नाउ, आई एम द एक्सपर्ट नाउ. अप्रिसिएशन और उसको इम्पैक्ट करने में अपने साइकोलॉजी पे बहुत डिफरेंस होता है. तो अप्रिशिएट इट, रिफ्लेक्ट बैक कि हाँ ठीक है, मैंने कहाँ से स्टार्ट किया था, अब मैं कहाँ हूँ और मेरा गोल क्या है.
Yes.
सो वो जर्नी को हमेशा, रोड को हमेशा याद रखना कि ये मेरा रोड है, मैं अभी इधर इस पॉइंट पे हूँ, अब आगे ये करना है, बट मैं इतना आ गया हूं, सो लेट मी गिव अ रिवॉर्ड टू माई सेल्फ कि ठीक है, एक दिन ऑफ ले लिया, एक दिन ब्रेक पे चले गए, या कंटेंट ऐसा डाल दिया कि ठीक है, नाउ गाइस आई हैव रिसीव्ड लाइक 100 फॉलोअर्स, दिस इज अ बिग अचीवमेंट फॉर मी एंड आई वुड लाइक टू सेलिब्रेट विद ऑल ऑफ यू. सो वैसा माइंडसेट रखोगे तो यू आर बाउंड टू ग्रो, नो मैटर हाउ स्लो और फास्ट द ग्रोथ इज. एंड लक फैक्टर ऑल्सो प्लेस. कई बार ऐसा होता है कि ठीक है, एफर्ट्स तो है ही, बट लक भी प्ले पे आ जाता है कि ठीक है, उसको रीच मिल गई तो मिल गई यार, अब क्या कर सकते हो, अब वो पहुंच गया लोगों तक, 300 लाइक, 1000 लाइक्स तक मिल गए, तो दैट इज लक भी आ जाता है प्ले में कि ठीक है, वैसा कंटेंट लोग सही टाइम पे उस कंटेंट को देख लिए, सो दैट इज लक फॉर यू। हो सकता है कि यू पुट आउट कंटेंट दैट इज अ वेरी नाइस कंटेंट, वायरल पोटेंशियल है, जा सकता था वायरल, बट सही लोग थे ही नहीं ऑनलाइन उस टाइम, सो वो रीच मिला ही नहीं।
टाइमिंग्स गलत
सो
थी पोस्टिंग की।
टाइमिंग गलत थी। सो वो फैक्टर्स भी ध्यान में रखो कि यार हो सकता है कभी कभी ना काम करे चीजें, लक भी इम्पोर्टेंट होता है, ये स्किल्स और स्ट्रैटेजी और ये सब बहुत टेक्निकल एस्पेक्ट एक तरफ, लक और सब्जेक्टिव फैक्टर्स को भी अप्रिसिएशन दो कि हाँ ठीक है, ये भी काम कर सकता है। और बस ग्रोथ माइंडसेट रखो, इम्प्लीमेंट करो, कुछ भी हो, इफ यू फील, बी शेमलेस इन आस्किंग। इफ यू हैव क्वेश्चंस, कमेंट डाउन इन दिस वीडियो, बिलो दिस वीडियो, कि ठीक है, जो भी कमेंट क्वेश्चंस है, एनी काइंड ऑफ कमेंट, एनी काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चंस, बेसिक से बेसिक पूछते रहो, सीखते रहो। थैंक यू सो मच।
Thank you so much, bro, for doing this podcast. And thank you so much for adding so much of value. Guys, you will find the social media handle links of Rahul in the description box. And again, thank you so much for doing this podcast and giving your
It's
valuable
my
time.
pleasure.
Thank
My
you, bro.
pleasure. My pleasure, bro.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so
Thank you so
much.
much.